Hey everyone, today we are doing day 5 of Advent of Cyber 3. So this time, let's zoom in. The task says Pesky Elf Forum, and the story is that Elf Forum is where all the elves express their joy and excitement about Christmas. Looks like it's a blog page maybe. Uh, just a disclaimer, I have not done it yet, so it's a raw version kind of video where I will be doing it live in front of you. So, moving on, it says Grinch Enterprises has one bad admin account and they have installed a plugin that changes all mentions of Christmas to okay, and then Mix Skiddy needs to find that admin account and disable the plugin. Okay, so our looks like our task for today is to find that admin account and disable the plugin. And the learning objectives here is XSS vulnerability, that means cross-site scripting, and the types of access vulnerabilities and the walkthrough. Then I'm gonna skip this stuff because this is a kind of explanation, and once you read it, you'll be able to understand it because it is explained in a very good way. So it says if you can get JavaScript to run on a victim's computer, then there are a number of ways you can achieve uh, the exploit, or you can steal their session cookies or their password, something, some things like that. Then we have, it says what types of access vulnerabilities there. There are actually three types, I guess. First one is DOM, then reflected, and then the stored one. Oh, fourth one is blind. Yeah. So there are four types of access vulnerabilities. Uh, DOM is for document object model. This is, according to my opinion, it's a bit hard to find, but with the help of tools like Pursuit, it's pretty easy. So DOM-based access is where the JavaScript execution happens directly in the browser without any new pages being loaded or data submitted to a backend code. And okay, then the next one is reflected. So reflected access happens when user supply data is in an HTTP request is included in the web page source without any validation. So yeah, whatever you submit is just reflected on your page and none of any other user page, and until and unless you get onto their computer and type with their keyboard. So it's a bit not that effective. It works only with phishing, I guess, when you send someone a phishing emails or phishing link to a legitimate website, then it can cause harm for sure. Then the third one is stored. So as the name infers, the access payload is stored on the web application in databases, for example. So it's stored on the website and it is visible to everyone, especially admin. And when admin fetches your data that is intended malicious, then his session cookies or password will be leaked to whatever your exploit is, whatever your payload is. Sorry. Then the fourth one is blind. So blind access is similar to stored one, but in this case, you cannot see the execution of XSS. So you just need to wait for the admin or any other user to just kind of do the action with your payload. So in the contact form, your message could contain an access payload, which when a member of staff views the message, it gets executed. So enough talking and let's get into the walkthrough of this challenge. I have already started the machine and it says to here you'll find the Elves forum where they talk about and spread the joy of Christmas. And as you explore the forum and click on the different topics and threads, you'll notice that every mention of Christmas has been changed to Budmas. This is because of the malicious admin account, and he installed a plugin that changes every mention of Christmas to okay. So every mention of Christmas has been changed to another string, and we need to fix that by deleting the plugin. So you need to take over the Grinch account and disable the plugin. Okay, so I'm guessing cookie stealing here. So we need to, if that user is still active and working, then we should be able to embed our XSS payload and steal that user's cookie. And then using his cookie, we log in and then delete the plugin and his account as well. I'm just guessing that that should be the case. So it says first click the login link towards the top of the page and log in with the following credentials. The credentials are simple, and also says click on settings and you'll notice a feature for changing Mixcree's login password. Try change your password to something, and when you do this it will okay. When you do this you'll notice your address bar changes to this. So settings page and then parameter named new password and the new password that we just typed in. So if you can somehow trick and if you can somehow send this link to another user and he clicks on it, then of course his password is going to change, and we know that what password his password has been changed to, because this is the password we entered. And once it's done, we can log into his account. So account takeover. And it is let's now go back to the forum and visit one of the threads. If you scroll down, you'll notice that you are able to leave a comment. Try leaving the following comment, and here we are injecting the HTML here. So hello is a simple string. So in less than sign, we can see you. If you know HTML, then you know it stands for underline. So it just underlines the world. And when we see that our HTML did successfully inject it, and we can see world underlined. So that confirms HTML injection, and when we can confirm HTML injection, that means there's a possibility of cross-site scripting also, because cross-site scripting involves code insertion into the source code, and that is what we are exactly doing in HTML injection. And here this means the command is reflected as you wrote it without the underlying HTML text being stripped out. So yeah, our underlying HTML text were not sanitized, were not removed. So this confirms code execution. Sorry, this confirms HTML injection. And as this isn't being stripped out, you can try the HTML script text instead to see if the website will run any JavaScript. All right. So we insert another payload that uses a script to run a JavaScript. And inside we have fetch, and inside fetch we have settings, new password, pass123. So all right, so when a user just browses this page, I guess he opens this page, and if this payload is inserted into the page, then automatically his browser will go to this request, will open this page, and his password will be changed. That's it. So the script tag tells the browser that you want to run some JavaScript, and the fetch command makes a network request to the specified URL. And yeah, we can see in the screenshot that the script tag did get inserted here, and also our string. Next, it says that once we have this access running on the forum, it means that any logged in users viewing the thread will automatically have their password changed. Alright, so let's get quickly into room and solve this. In my browser, let's browse to this page. Alright, so we are in, and we can see topics, threads, comments, and last post. General but mass preparation, yeah, it was Christmas preparations, but due to the plugin, it changed to this. Let me turn on dark reader, it's a bit harsh on my eyes. Ah, perfect. And we have a login page, and we were given some credentials. If I'm right, it was make it's kitty, and password was password, I guess. Yeah, we are in. Okay, we have database admin, we have Grinch. Yeah, the Grinch is a user we are searching for. Let's go to settings, and it's a username, make us create a new password. All right, so it's not asking for the current password, and that is a security issue. You should always ask for the current password, and that protects you from CSRF and cross-site scripting as well, if your website is vulnerable to XSS. So let's try entering new password as password. No, sorry, pass 123. And let's catch this request in verb just so we know what's happening actually. Let's click on update, and we see get request to settings with the parameter new password set to password 123, and of course our token. And let's get the response of this request. Forward this, and we see the response. Let's just forward the response, turn the intercept, and we see the password has been changed. Okay, so now if I try to um, change the password to maybe password 123, let's press enter, and we can see the password has been changed. So if a user is logged in and he just browses to this URL, or his browser makes a get request to this URL, his password will be changed without any authentication needed. So we know that Grinch is active on this forum and he's doing some stuff. So let's just send this to Grinch. And how we can do that? We need to explore the forum for that. Maybe we can insert our JavaScript in there. Let's go to the general one and see. It says so excited. It's by Grinch. So um, I could have gone to these two ones, but I did not because it says the thread has been posted by database admin and by McDev, but generally it's posted by Grinch. So I'm going for the Grinch one because I want his password to be changed. And then the comments, and it says comment by Grinch. So yeah, it looks like Grinch is active on this topic. So let's try a simple payload. Let's just say H1. So if it is vulnerable to HTML injection, then our comment of saying HTML would be seen in heading. So let's leave comment, and we can see that yeah, our payload did get executed, so it is vulnerable to SQL injection. Let's try a simple alert. I'll say script, and then the closing script tag, and I'll say alert one, or let's just say maybe I guess print. Leave a comment, and we can see the print did pop up on the screen. So yeah, it is vulnerable to JavaScript. Let's just reload the page once more and see if we can see the print pop up one more time. It says prevent this page from creating additional dialogues. I say cancel, and yeah, we can see our printed pop up. Okay, so now it's time to make a GET request to that page. Insert our payload. So script, ending a script tag, and also insert this into fetch. So whoever browses to this thread, his password will be changed to password123. Let's see the comment, and okay. So I guess our payload has been inserted because I cannot see it, and once I open the source code, I can see that our payload is here. So yeah, our payload is successfully embedded into the website, and let's see if we can log in by Grinch user as that password. Let's log out, log in, and I'll say Grinch and password as password123. As is invalid username password combination. Well, let's see. Password as password123. Why did that not work? Uh, Grinch. Maybe I should wait a little bit. So yeah, I'll wait for at least a minute and I'll get back to you. Alright, 1 minute has passed and let's try logging in again as password123, and it still is invalid password in combination. Let's take a look at the payload we have embedded. Since the password has not changed, it must be the payload issue. And we can see script, starting and ending script tags are perfect. Then we have fetch, and what is it fetching? It's fetching settings, new password, and password123, and this is inside brackets. Also, we have not inserted it inside apostrophes. So that's why our payload failed. So let's just do this one more time. The script. Let's paste it in here. Put the semicolon. If I'm right, that's called semicolon. And then put this in apostrophes. Oops. Yeah. And instead of password 123, I'll say pon pon. Okay. Pon pon. And then leave the comment. Let's remove these pop-ups and let's see if our password changed. If a Grinch password has been, if this payload was successful, then our password should have also changed. So make skilly and pound pound, and it's loading, and we are in. Okay, so our password changed. So I guess Grinch password should be changed too because our payload is working fine. Let's see, Grinch, and then pound pound, and we are inside the Grinch user. Yay, perfect. Let's see. Let's remove this plugin. Yeah, Christmas to this simple plugin that which changes the word Christmas to this word across the wall form. Let's just disable it. Okay. Yay, we have the flag here. Let's go. Summon the flag. And we have completed this day's challenge too. So yeah, this was a really good one. I liked it since it taught you about the accesses in a really easy way. and the most impactful one, that is changing the password or stealing a user's cookie. Stealing a cookie also uses the fetch one, but with some little more arguments like body documented cookie and no cars, I guess. And yeah, so that's it. I'll see you again tomorrow.